Hey guys, so I'm going to show you a few things about finding some cool pictures for posting here on Empower. Just to give you a little idea of some of the things you can do. Some of the people are posting cool pictures and other people are not. So let's say you have like for instance, I just posted this thing. Um, I said goodnight because it's really late and I decided to post a picture. So what I do generally is I go over to Google and I will search for a picture. So for example, I will say, let's say I'm saying I'm looking for a specific picture. Let's say I'm looking for um, Boston 4th Boston celebration. Okay, so I'm just going to put in Boston celebration, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on images, and then I'm going to find something that I like. Well, you know, these are a lot of fun images here, but here's one here which is a pretty big picture. So when I go and click on this picture, and as you noticed, you know, the picture looks great there, but if you go into view image, and then from there, you know, because it is a big picture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on here and I'm going to save the image as, and I'm going to find a folder to put it into. We're just going to put it into this Boston picture here, and I'm just going to rename it Boston Celebrates. And then I'm going to show you something pretty cool. I'm going to just save that there. And then I'm going to stop this and show you something pretty cool about how to handle a picture, especially if it's too big or too small. Okay, so real quick here, there's my picture right there, and as you recall, when we looked at it, it was pretty big. So I'm going to open this up with something called GIMP, and if you haven't used GIMP, it's really super easy to use, and it's an editor that you can use to edit your picture. Now, look at it. There's some cool tools here, so I'm just going to bring this in here. Now, if I click on this tool, it's actually the scaling tool, and I click on this. I'm just going to bring down this window here. It's showing me the scale of the picture, and you can see the width and the height is pretty big. Now, this little chain here, if you click on that, you'll see that it locks together. So here it's separated, and then here it is locked together. You want to lock it together to keep the aspect ratio so that your picture doesn't get all skewed in the wrong direction. And then all you have to do is you can actually click and drag and scale it down, and you see how the numbers are changing up here. Well, when I get to about where I want it to be, like I want the width to at least be 600, and that's a pretty good size for here. So I'm going to go ahead and scale it. Now, as you notice, the background here looks kind of funky. So there's this thing here where you go under image, and you'll see, if you click on, you can't really see this because it's way at the top here. Let me see if I can move this up here. Hold on. Okay, you really can't see it, but in GIMP, there's something at the very top here. If you click on image, it'll have this drop down, and you want to go fit canvas to layers. And you see automatically it has gone into that. So now all you need to do is you go under File, and you go into Export, and it will come up with this page. And I'm just going to rename it just by adding on 600 so that I know it's 600 wide. And then there'll be a little, you'll just click on Export. You may have to click it twice. And then it comes up with this little window. And you click on Export again. And it actually has now exported that picture. And as you can see, there's my picture right there. So that's the picture I'm going to upload into Empower. And that's a really easy way for you to be able to grab some pictures and then adjust them so that they don't look all funky. I've noticed there are a couple of people who have put pictures up there that are much bigger than they should be, and it makes it harder to go through. So let me know, guys, if these pictures are still too big for you when you go through my pictures and graphics to close the loops. Thanks, and hope you have a great night.